Coming up in this edition of the 2018 FIFA World Cup magazine, we're in the ancient Prussian city of Kaliningrad. We discover why Kaliningrad is called the Amber Region. And we get the lowdown on the local football scene with FC Baltica. At the turn of each year, the Russian football calendar is welcomed in by the Valentin Granatkin Memorial Tournament in St. Petersburg. Comprised of 14 youth teams representing teams from around the world, it's a competition that has garnered global attention since its inception in 1981.
Valentin Granatkin had been FIFA's vice president for over 25 years. A year after he passed away, FIFA's then president, João Havelange, suggested creating something in his memory in the world of football. A youth tournament was proposed, and in 1981 it took place for the first time. Since then, the tournament has been held annually in St. Petersburg, and every year it brings together the best European and non-European under-17 national teams and a large number of spectators.
Over the years, the Granatkin has featured future stars like Marcel Desailly, Kevin De Bruyne, and homegrown talent in the shape of Oleg Selenko. And the host nation has dominated, winning the competition no fewer than 19 times.
In 1981, I participated in the first tournament as part of the second team of the Soviet Union. And in 1982, I won the tournament as part of the first team. I think the stars who played in this tournament in the past, given who they went on to become, are a motivation for the players of today. Not only to appreciate the tournament, but to try to play to a high standard, both as a team and as individuals.
For the players, this is like an exam. The fact that the tournament is held under the FIFA and UEFA umbrella means it can be the most significant and memorable tournament in the career of many of these boys. Therefore, they treat this tournament very seriously.
As well as an opportunity for players to impress, it also allows coaches a chance to see their charges in a professional tournament environment.
The initial goal is to evaluate the players and determine who can compete at the next major international tournament with the main youth squad. It's very important because boys from different regions who are good players in their own teams are being brought together. Naturally, the second goal is to achieve a positive result in our own country.
With the 2018 FIFA World Cup looming, staging tournaments like the Granatkin also helps those behind the scenes gain valuable experience.
Certainly. It's a great experience staging this tournament because 14 teams need to be housed in hotels, provided with transport and training facilities, and then take part in matches staged at a professional level. In essence, all of this is a small rehearsal for the World Cup in 2018.
This year, I've really liked everything here. Great conditions, a nice hotel. Good teams have come to participate, and it's very competitive. But we want to win. Firstly, I want to show my ability to the head coach of the team. But without a doubt, I'd love to be able to play in the World Cup. But that requires a lot of effort.
Unfortunately for Seaman Matvichuk, Russia's competition was ended at the semi-final stage by the St. Petersburg team. The tournament was eventually won by Slovenia, who bettered their third-place finish from last year. Despite being a low-scoring affair, the Slovenians' 1-0 victory over the hosts was a fitting finale to a competition that has become an important and intricate fixture on the Russian calendar.
This is a traditional tournament which brings together representatives from different countries, from different national teams. And it's very important that it continues every year to signal the start of the footballing year in Russia.
If you have a dream that you want to make a reality and are ready to work and do everything possible for this dream to come true, then why wouldn't you enter this tournament?
11 of Russia's cities will host the 2018 tournament. Here to tell us about her hometown is the world's greatest synchronized swimming star.
Hi, I'm Natalia Ishenko and I'm a three-time Olympic champion. Welcome to Kaliningrad. I like to think my hometown has a slightly European feel because of where it is located in Russia. People here are always very friendly and affable. They are always smiling and in a good mood. I think any visitor here in 2018 will see how warm and welcoming the city is. It's one of the many things that makes my city so charming. This is the Upper Lake. In the summertime, this is a favourite spot for both locals and tourists. Next to the lake is Zhirkov Park. Visitors can take their children here and ride the highest Ferris wheel in the region. For those who prefer doing something a little more extreme, there is a sports park here too, where they can train and practice their favourite sports like BMXing and skateboarding. Another sight to see is the World Ocean Museum. It's a unique and interesting place that people should definitely visit. The museum has an aquarium, and visitors can see a number of submersibles, including Mia, which was used by James Cameron to film the movie Titanic. The museum is also a great way to learn about our city because every family here has a sailor in it. In mine, it's my father. This is the Fish Village, my favourite place in Kaliningrad, our little piece of Europe. The village is located not far from where the new stadium is being built and can be reached by foot. The cathedral is also close by. It is the historical centre of the city and somewhere people should visit to really understand what Kaliningrad is all about. I hope you have enjoyed my little city tour. Hopefully, I will see you in Kaliningrad in 2018. See you then.
The 2018 FIFA World Cup is just 2.5 years away, and the construction of the stadiums in the host cities is well underway. Kaliningrad was the last city to break ground on their venue, the Kaliningrad Stadium.
The stadium is going to be a new landmark on the city's skyline. It will be a catalyst for the development of the area, and it will really showcase the city to the world. The stadium's location is very significant. Kaliningrad is divided as a city by two courses of the Progolia River. Where the arena is being built is on an island near the very center of the city. Due to its location near the river, we had to do a lot of tests before construction started due to the local hydrogeology conditions. Once we had completed these tests, we began building the foundations. When we were deciding on the size of the stadium, we had to consider that our city is one of the smallest. Naturally, we consulted with FIFA and we fixed the capacity at 35,000. I think it's a good number for a city of our size. Externally, the stadium's appearance will include blue and white tones. which I think are common Baltic colours. They are representative of the region, and I think they will really make the arena stand out as part of the city's architectural picture. For those watching in the stands, the atmosphere inside the stadium will match the look of it. For both the local and visiting teams, I think it will be an amazing venue. The changing rooms, the pitch, everything will be world-class. I think it will inspire those who will use the stadium in the future, and I think any player or team will want to improve their performances when they play here. As a football fan myself, I'm very happy to be involved in the construction of this particular building. It will be amazing.
After the finishing touches are made, the Kaliningrad Stadium will host 4 group games and leave the city with a lasting legacy from the 2018 FIFA World Cup. '18 will mark Russia's 11th appearance in the FIFA World Cup finals, and here to share his memories of the team's 2014 campaign is national team defender Yuri Zhirkov.
Every player dreams about playing in a World Cup in their career. It's an experience that can't be matched. This is because to play at the finals is the pinnacle of world football. The first World Cup I remember watching was the tournament in America in 1994. I remember I was in a sports camp at the time. The matches were broadcast late at night, but we were allowed to watch some of the games, and it really captivated me.
Zhirkov made his international debut in 2005 and firmly established himself as a regular in the squad. Under the then national team coach Fabio Capello, Zhirkov helped Russia qualify for the finals in Brazil, the team's first World Cup appearance in 12 years.
To represent your country is a huge honour that not every player has the opportunity to experience. I felt pride because to be in Brazil meant I deserved my spot in the national team.
In their opening match, Russia faced Korea Republic.
There are no weak teams at a World Cup. All the teams present are there on merit and want to win. In Brazil, we were no different. As a team, we wanted to win every game.
Despite the Russians' confidence, it was the Koreans who opened the scoring midway through the second half. The Russians' response, though, was decisive. Zhirkov made way for Alexander Kershakov, and 6 minutes later, the forward levelled the scores.
To be honest, we were not that disappointed with the result. It was our first game of the World Cup, and for the majority of the players, it was also their first World Cup match. I think the draw was a fair result, and we wanted to build on it.
Heartache was to follow, though, in their second game, as Divock Origi's 88th minute goal condemned them to a 1-0 loss against Belgium. However, results elsewhere meant the Russians still had a chance to qualify for the knockout stages, heading into their final match against Algeria. Needing a victory, the Russians took an early lead through Alexander Kokorin. But the North African struck back in the 60th minute through Islam Slimani. Viktor Faizullin had a late chance to secure his team's passage through to the next round, but it wasn't to be. Their second 1-1 draw of the tournament saw the Russians eliminated at the group stage.
Of course, to go out at that stage wasn't a great feeling. We played our best in that game, but I think what we thought about the most after the match was all the people we'd let down back home in Russia. We thought they would be angry with us. We failed to fulfill the goals we set ourselves before the tournament, and that was disappointing. I think when you lose on such a stage, it can be very emotional. It was very upsetting for us all, both players and coaches. To be honest, I think it's always hard to say anything after something like that.
The tournaments may have ended sooner than they would have wanted, but for Yuri Zhirkov and his teammates, the 2014 FIFA World Cup still left them with plenty of memorable moments.
There were so many standout things for me in Brazil. Each of the games had its own unique moments. Of course, it was also my first visit to the country, and I got to see how all the people there love football. But I think my favourite memory was seeing and being in the Maracanã Stadium for our second match.
Visitors to Kaliningrad will notice the abundance of amber-themed trinkets for sale. The reason for this is the region is home to 90% of the world's amber deposits. Near the city centre, in the reconstructed Teutonic Knights Castle, is the Amber Museum, where visitors can learn all about this precious gemstone.
The museum is filled with a number of interesting artifacts and displays. There are two main parts to the museum's exhibitions. The first half is all about the natural science of amber, where it comes from, while the second is about the history and culture of it. In the science section, you can see a number of interesting examples of natural amber. Many of these pieces have remains of insects and other flora and fauna in them. In the historical and cultural part of the exhibition, you can see how amber has been used throughout history. You can see how it has been used to craft everything from pieces of art to jewellery, from ancient times right through to today.
The most famous example of the gem's use is the famed Amber Room, presented to the Russian Emperor Peter the Great by Prussian King Frederick Wilhelm I. The room, which was housed at the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg until the Second World War, covered an impressive 590 square feet and utilised 6 tons of amber.
The 18th century was a time when such rooms with their peculiar appearances were popular across Europe. Amber had become a material to use in these rooms because it preserved things perfectly. Sadly, nobody knows where the Amber Room is today.
Over 200,000 people visit the exhibitions each year, and the museum recently launched a number of new initiatives in readiness for the 2018 FIFA World Cup.
We're expecting an increase in the number of visitors, and we have to be prepared. That's why we have audio guides in English, French, German and Polish. We also hope to add an option for any Chinese visitors. The museum is one of Kaliningrad's many sites. It's a place that showcases a wide range of the city's historical and cultural heritage. I think any visitor to the museum will find it interesting and learn a lot about why Kaliningrad is called the Amber region.
In Kaliningrad, the local football scene revolves around one club, FC Baltica.
Baltica is the only thing that matters to me.
I've always dreamed of playing for Baltica.
Baltica Football Club means everything to us. Baltica's our team, our club.
Founded in 1954, Baltica entered the Football League 3 years later. Named after the sea which the Kaliningrad region borders, the club has, for most of its life, competed in the lower echelons of Russian football. Its most successful period came during the 1990s, when the club won promotion to the Russian Premier League.
It was around the time of the dissolution of the Soviet Union. We were in the 3rd division, and we received a directive from our regional governor. He said we had to get up to the Premier League. That season, we won promotion, and within 3 years, we were in the Premier League. It was a great time for everyone connected to Baltica Football Club.
I've been watching Baltica for over 20 years. I remember when we were in the Premier League. The stadium was always sold out. 20,000 people used to come to watch Baltica play Spartak, Zenit and CSKA.
Baltica's stay in the top flight lasted just 3 years, and they currently play in the National Football League, the second tier of Russian football. Over the years, Baltica has been home to a number of well-known players, including Russian internationals Pavel Pogrebniak and Maxim Buzhnikin, and has proved a fertile breeding ground for future stars. The current squad is made up primarily of youngsters, many of whom hail from Kaliningrad.
The average age of the team is around 23, and there are a number of standout players from our youth team who have made the step up. They are definitely the future of Baltica Football Club. We want them to be the backbone of the team in the forthcoming years. I think with this base to work from, the club should be able to challenge for honours very soon.
I'm at the start of my career, and to be able to play for my hometown club means a lot to me. I will give my all for Baltica, because it's a dream come true to represent my city.
Disconnected from the rest of Russia and surrounded by Lithuania and Poland, Kaliningrad's geographical position presents Baltica with a number of unique challenges. Logistically, their location means every away game requires 2 flights, while their furthest away match against FC Luchenergia Vladivostok in Russia's Far East is a staggering 21,000-kilometre round trip.
As everyone knows, Russia is a very big country. Every trip we do is a challenge. We have to fly via Moscow for all our matches. I think, on average, we have to travel something like 5 hours for each away game, and that's just our flying time.
The travelling means we lose time for a number of things like training, not only because of the time spent travelling, but also because of the time zone changes. It's not easy.
If the team goes to Vladivostok or Khabarovsk, there are always fans there to support them. We try to follow them on the road regularly.
This season, Baltica are sitting comfortably mid-table and are currently on a 3-match unbeaten run, which they'll be looking to continue when the season resumes in March. Ultimately, the club's goal is promotion back to the Russian Premier League ahead of the 2018 FIFA World Cup. And while there remain many challenges ahead, with the unwavering support of their fans and the dedication of both the playing and coaching staff, you wouldn't put it past the pride of Kaliningrad once again, mixing it up with the glamour clubs of Moscow and St. Petersburg.
Baltica! Baltica! Baltica!
As a fan, of course I want the club to play at the elite level, in the Premier League. But football isn't just about winning. It's about the team playing a good style of football. If they can do that and achieve promotion, then that would be great.
Стабильную игру.